In this video, I'll be showing you how to draft this crisscross back blouse. So what you'll be needing is your basic bodies for the front as well as the back. So kindly ignore the contour part of the blouse. Okay, so the first thing you want to do now is to take your front pattern and place a new paper underneath and pin it down with a paper tape so that you can extend the front of the blouse by about 3 to 4 inches or more. You can even do 5 depending on how long you want the side of the blouse to be at the front. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to extend that side down by that amount that you just decided, whether 5 or 4. Okay, so you take your tape and measure down. First, you extend the length at that side of the front down so that you can be able to do your alteration properly. So measure that 5 inches, then you take your curve rule and then you connect it back to the center front of the bodies. Remember that your center front is still there at the front, is not going to be extending up to the center front. So since it is a blouse, so you connect it back to the hip line of the blouse at the center front, just like you see me do, and then you cut it off, and that's basically it for the front. Okay, so ignore the contouring, ignore the even the basic bodies that is there. All this we had up to be a, or what's it called, an allowance for the blouse to make it very free on your body. Or if you so desire, you can just totally remove the OSSs and work with your normal blouse circumference. Okay, so then you take your back measure pattern and then you also tape it down on a new pattern paper, just like you can see me do, and then you also extend the hip side of the front of the back, I mean to say, you extend it from that hip line downwards so that you can have the same length at the sides of the front and the back. So if you did if you did 5 at the front, you are going to extend it by 5 at the back. After doing that, you want to bring down your back that like so, and then you measure as long as you want your blouse to be at the center back. Okay, so if you want it to be ×2 of what you have at the side, you do ×2 depending on how long you want it to be. Okay, so you connect it back to your side back, like you can see me do. That measurement that you did from your dart line at the hip line, you came down from the hip line by maybe ×2 or ×1.5 of your side length that you just extended, then you connect it back like so. Okay, once that is done, you are almost done with your pattern. You want to go to your shoulder point, like you can see me indicate, and then you connect that point that you just connected to your side back, and you connect it to your shoulder point, the very tip of your shoulder, just like so, and voila, your pattern is almost ready. Okay, so now that part I shaded is no longer part of it. Okay, so on the center back of the pattern, you want to also come into your left, which is the part that you are going to be working with, by 1 or 2 inches depending on how wide you want it to be, and you connect it to your armhole line, that under arm point of your armhole, just like you can see me do, where your armhole terminates before you started your bust. Okay, so that's basically it about this pattern. Then you can cut out the shaded parts of the dress, just like so. Okay, now the part where the shoulder point joins to the hem of the blouse, if you follow it truly, you will see that it cuts through the center back at a point. That point that it cuts through is where your blouse will meet, the two pieces of your back blouse will meet. Okay, so you want to consider that when you are connecting your lines together. Okay, if it's too high, it means that it will be revealing more parts of your back. If it's low, it means it will not be revealing. So mine is on the below the waistline, so it's still okay for me. Okay, so that's basically it. So you can just compare to see if what you've done is perfect and okay, and as you can see, it is perfect, meaning that they have the same length. By the time you finish sewing, they will be in one piece. So that front part, you cut in one piece on fold, and the back you'll be cutting 2 pieces because it is a crisscross asymmetric blouse. Okay, so that is basically it for the blouse. Let me know if you find this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. I will see you in the next one.